This week on Canada in the Rough, we're hunting deer in Ontario. Paul Beasley is hunting with Aulneau Peninsula Outpost Fish and Hunt in the Lake of the Woods region of northwestern Ontario. The early onset of winter will challenge Paul in his pursuit of a mature buck. Join us for a sprawling buck hunt this week on Canada in the Rough. Paul arrived at the lodge where he met head guide Gerald Arch. The Aulneau Peninsula Outpost is located in the Lake of the Woods region and offers various hunting and fishing opportunities in the area. The Exquisite Lodge is like a home away from home and sits on the picturesque Crow Lake. The area is well known for its thriving deer population and boasts some great mature bucks. Paul got settled in and took in the view as he prepared for his hunt the following morning.
All right, it's game time. It's first morning here in northwestern Ontario. I'm very excited to be up here. I love this part of the province. It's got really good mature bucks because of the density of the forest up here, right? There's just so much forest and so little hunting pressure. But we actually arrived with some bad news. Gerald informed us when we got here that winter has actually set in so hard already that the shorelines have frozen, the bays are frozen. All of the areas that he hunts are all lake access. And so as a result, he literally can't get out to his spots. All of his tree stands, all of his ground blinds, all of his trail cameras, everything is stuck out there and he can't get out and check it out because the lakes have frozen over. So it's a little bit frustrating because all that intel that he's gained from his trail cameras over the last few months and all the years worth of hunting that he's got out here, we've lost all of that. And so we're stuck with what is basically on the mainland and vehicle access only. So this is big woods. This isn't the farmlands where you can just go sit on a field edge with your binoculars and look and see where the deer are coming out. This is nothing but thick timber. So the only way to find these deer is to put some miles on your boots or some miles on your tires and try to find those deer trails. So Gerald's done just that. Thankfully he's been out and he's been pounding the bush and trying to find some spots. And he found us a really nice little spot. It's a nice bowl. The deer seem to be funneling right up through the middle of it. There's some crisscrossing of trails and stuff. And so we went in last night and we actually set up a ground blind up nice high on the elevation where we're looking down into this bowl where we expect the deer to funnel through. So with any luck at all, we'll be able to get on them. But it's a little bit of a different feeling. We're so used to patterning these deer. You know, usually we don't go into a spot unless we know that there's big bucks there and we've been scouting them and know, roughly their age class and whether they're a shooter or not. And we're going in completely blind. We really don't know what to expect, but we're in northwestern Ontario. It's middle of November. The rut's going on. What more could you ask for? Let's get hunting. We got a deer coming in. It's a buck. That's a really nice young buck. I think he's probably 1.5 years old, which is just a young deer, but the genetics on him are beautiful. It's a good sign for what this area holds. He's looking up. He hears something. There's nothing better than having a deer out in front of you. They can hear so much better than we can. And so noises that we wouldn't have a clue are out there. He can tell you if something's coming, so you really gotta watch their body language and their head movement. Oh, he's relaxed now. Probably just a squirrel. Looks like he's walking off.
The whitetail rut is one of the most exciting times to be in the woods. The bucks and does are on the move and breaking out of their regular routines. One telltale sign that bucks are in the area are rubs on small trees. Bucks rub their antlers to release hormonal tension, mark their territory, and deposit their scent to attract does in the area. During the rut, the bucks will be out more during daylight hours, making rubs and scrapes, chasing does and challenging other bucks. If you study the sign, you'll be better prepared to take advantage of this short but exciting breeding season.
Heavenly. We've been sitting for 9 hours. We still got an hour and a half left to go. I'll tell you, when you sit all day long, you've got to have some little tender mercies that help make you feel a little bit better, and a nice hot cup of soup is definitely that. We haven't really seen too much today, so it's a real mental, stressful day when you're just not seeing anything, trying to keep yourself in the game. We saw one buck earlier today, and it's been slow otherwise, so an hour and a half left, which means it should be kind of the magic time. Deer should be on their feet soon, so we'll sit tight and try to stay warm, and hopefully something more will come in.
Paul stuck it out for the rest of the day, but the woods were quiet, other than the same young buck coming back right at last light. The next day, Paul headed out on a scouting mission to try and find a new hunting area. He and Gerald met up with Giles, a guide with lots of experience in this new area. After a few hours of driving and hiking, Paul and Giles picked a new location, which had great deer sign. After reviewing a map of the area to get a lay of the land, Paul prepared for another cold sit.
Oh, it's cold. We spent the morning out scouting, trying to find some new ground, new territory with some deer sign, and we found a spot in here that looks pretty promising. So we've got about a half a kilometer hike in. We're gonna go in, set up a stand, and sit for the day. It's bitter though, it's -10, the wind's blowing pretty hard, so the wind chill's a lot worse than that. And well, hopefully that'll get the deer moving, so let's go. Oh, there's a deer. Oh, it's a doe. Oh, her nose, she's throwing her nose up in the air. Darn, she might wind us. She's actually right downwind. Oh, there's another deer coming right in behind her. It's got its head down. Oh, it's a spike buck. Just a little spiker, but he's following her right along. Oh, it's a good sign they're starting to move.
Paul put in his time at Lake of the Woods during the rest of the week, but as it sometimes goes with hunting, the deer seemed to vanish. The frozen lakes had ruined Paul's chances at hunting the outfit's main areas, so unfortunately he had to head home empty-handed. Thankfully, the hunting season was still on back home, and an elusive post-mature 8-point that they had multiple years of history with had reappeared. This big buck had been popping up on game cameras for years, but until now he could never be patterned on the properties they had permission to hunt. This year, the Beasleys gained permission on a new property, and were finally getting consistent daytime pictures of this post-mature deer. Southern Ontario had yet to see any real snow this season, but the cold weather had definitely arrived. With the shotgun season wrapped up and a cold front approaching, Paul hit the woods with his bow, hoping for better luck.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Oh wow, it is so cold out here. But I'm telling you what, that adrenaline starts pumping when you see a buck like that come walking through the hardwoods. Does it ever heat you up in a hurry? Oh, watching him come through there, jump that fence like that, that is just, I live for those moments. Absolutely awesome. Let's give him a few seconds and we'll go have a look at him after I pack up my gear. Oh, I can't wait to put my hands on him. Way to go, we got him. He just went straight down this hill. I lost him after about 10 yards, so let's get on. I haven't walked yet, you're just in time. That's pretty good blood. Yeah. Straight down this trail. Yep. I don't know, man, he's got to have made it almost 100 yards.
He's going to be in this thicket. This is an isolated island. Paul, it's super cold now. It's -2 leaving in the morning, honestly. In case We just don't want to bump.
The meat won't spoil. We'll come back in first thing.
We'll get some warm food into us and come back first light.
I tell you, that was one sleepless night. There is nothing worse than having to leave a big buck in the woods and not go recover him at that moment. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to play it safe, and that's what we did. So this morning, by waiting, we actually have Kevin now joining Keith and I, and so we're going to head out and see if we can't locate him. Let's go. This snow is really melting fast.
Yeah, it sure is washing that blood off.
Oh, there he is. There he is, boys. We got him. We got him.
Good job, man. Oh, look at that. Oh, finally get our hands on him. Oh, look at him.
Oh, my goodness.
What a beauty, man. What a beauty.
We have waited a long time to do this.
Oh, this is an old buck, Paul.
This is.
Look at the kickers he's got.
Yeah, he's even got one on the back. You know what? And even then, all the trail camera pictures didn't even know he had that one there.
No.
To take a big Canadian whitetail here in Ontario with your bow at 22 yards, man. And this is the first time in 5 years that we lost him last year, didn't even find him.
Yeah, we didn't even see him last
We're
year.
relieved to find him this year, but we found him in July. We've never been on him in a summer pattern before and got him in velvet.
And you know what? This year we've had so many daylight pictures of him. We've really got into his home area.
He's gone downhill for sure. Like, this is a post-mature buck that's lost a lot of inches of body mass and antler, but he's been literally probably our most daylight active buck ever.
Congratulations, man.
Ah, thank you.
Let's get your tag on,
boys.
Great buck. What a moment.
Absolutely.
Hey folks, hope you enjoyed that video. Please hit the like button, comment, as we'd love to know how you felt about it. And if you'd like more great Canadian adventures, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any new content coming out. And as always, our amazing outdoor adventures are shared on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Please come along for the adventure. We'd absolutely love to have you along for the ride.